Amen. Let's give everyone a hand for telling their story so far. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. I can go on, but I'm going to stop. Again, while we were going, I gave two people, I'm going to give two people the copy of my book, which is called How You Live It. Okay, the book is just basically, it just tells us what level that you're walking on. It says, there's a book that will describe the different realms. How many of us believe in realms? Or you just believe in this is it? Don't you believe it some more? All right. So it's about the human body and what it's capable of living in. Each of us is a spiritual being. Aren't we all spiritual? Yes. But we're living in the natural. But if we are born again, then God gives us the ability to live in the physical realm, but to think about the spirit realm. The majority of God's people don't even know what it feels like to be in His presence. Amen? Because we don't pray. Okay? And that's how you're going to get in His presence. You just got to open up your mind and your heart to experience Him. The book is designed for you to become aware of what realm that you are walking in. And the more you let God have rulership over your life, the more He will become real to you. The higher you walk with Him, the more spiritual you'll become. Okay? So really, the book really just talks about the different realms. It talks about who you are. Some people don't even know that they have a spirit or they have a soul. It's just, oh, I'm just me, I'm just living, I'm just existing. But it's so much more that God has for you. So it talks about the disobedience realm. We walk around being disobedience. That's the realm that you're walking in. Okay, we got the worship, intimacy realm, the occult realm. You know about different occults and things like that. So there's a lot of the Antichrist realm, a lot going on. So even the sins are listed in this book. So if you want to go into the chapter and say, well, let me see what these sins are, because sin separates us from who? God. So if we walk around in sin, we ain't going nowhere. So I have all of the sins that's in the Bible in this book, and then I take it and I actually give the definition. Because some people don't know definition for words. So we read our Bible and we like, I don't know what that means, and you skip right over it. But wait a minute, there's a lot of meat up in there. So sometimes we gotta take the dictionary and open it up. Just like if we wanted to go to college, we're gonna study, right? You gotta take that Bible and you gotta study so that you can get a diploma and go up there. Amen? Amen. So I will be giving you a copy of this one, and make sure that I do sign it, okay? And if you didn't get a copy, they're only $10. Amen? And this is yours. And so I copy it. And this is just my prophetic arts ministry. These books are $1. It's just my first magazine. Okay? So besides, this is just $1 also. Let's go on to our next guest. Amen? Amen. All right, we're going to talk to get it together. Lanisha. Talk to Lanisha. We are talking to Amina. Hallelujah. Amina is a guest, and she has a lot going on. She may not look like she has anything going on, but she went through a little bit of something too in the name of Jesus. So we just want to welcome you all. I'm going to get a That's Amina, all right, and we're going to get to see who she is. Praise God. Hallelujah, praise God. Hallelujah. Amina will also be in the gospel play that we're doing. It's the gospel play. What's the name of the gospel play? It's called Waiting for the Bride. So she's going to show you her story now, but she's also going to do it also in the play. Amen? All right, so Amina, I talked to her on the telephone, and I said, girl, can you break it down? Tell me what you've been through. Because we really haven't really talked, but I do want to let you know she has her own ice cream store. How many of us like ice cream? Like ice cream? But before we get the ice cream, we're going to have to hear the story first, all right? So I told her, write down your story. Tell me what you've really been through. So she really made it like number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. So she didn't really get intimate, so I'm hoping she get intimate right now, okay? So basically, she just told me how she went through abuse. She went through the fact that she don't have any girlfriends, the haters in her life. She don't want none of those. She been in a car accident and a lot of different things that went on in her life. So we just want to really just start from not the beginning, not when you're 6-year-old, but when you start going through trauma, that you can tell us maybe 2 of us different traumas so that we can know what you went through. Because you don't look like you went through anything.
Well, I'm comical, so I'm gonna get my napkin ready because I get real personal. I'm real.
Yeah.
I don't get into. I'm where it hits inside. You can feel my pain. It started off my first time when I first got pregnant. I got an abortion,
Mhm.
I was 17. I never wanted any kids.
Okay.
Then I turned around and I met this guy, his father, and them had a whole lot of money, and we started dating. I got pregnant with my daughter. He begged me to keep her. I never wanted kids because I'm too busy for children. So I never wanted her. So my baby's father said, please keep her, because he was the doctor. So I said, okay, on the strength, you know, I had his babies. I had already had one abortion, so I had my daughter. I was always blessed, and I had a lot of haters because, and I say haters because they were upset because I was a teenager. Well, not, I was like 20, but I had like 11,000 babysitters. So when we went to go party, I could go party, and they didn't like the fact because they felt when I had this baby, oh, she won't be set back. But I always had help. Then I met this guy who was really good to me. He helped me raise my daughter, because my daughter's father died in a car accident. And after 6 months of, well, first of all, when I got pregnant and then I decided to keep the baby, then he got two-faced and said, okay, you're having a baby, and like most guys do, I'm not gonna be with you. So now I'm already scorned, because now he hasn't had a baby. I don't even want the baby, I'm having a baby for you. Not for me, like most kids do. So now so I meet this older guy. He comes into my life, he helped me raise my daughter. Then at the age of 21, I have a really bad car accident. I had to get 800 stitches. It was happening at Lehigh Ridge. It was a cop chase. Stolen the car. The guy went to go turn left onto Ridge and hit me head on. I hit my face, I went up, and that's when all my drama started, because then I didn't think I was pretty anymore. And then my mom said, which I love my mom because she's so strong, the only child, I had no brother. She said, listen, you're going to get your behind out there and you're going to drive, because I didn't want to drive anymore. I said, oh no, you know what, I'm not driving, I'm not doing nothing. She said, oh no, you're going to go drive. So my mom been my rock.
That's right.
Then me and my daughter got so tight.
That's right.
It was so tight.
That's right.
It's been 5 years.
That's
It's been 5 years that me and my daughter haven't spoke. She was abusing my granddaughter. So as most grandparents do, you see your child being abused. I stepped in. And when I stepped in, I called the cops. But come to find out, I'm not going to say being abused. Abuse is a thing that is popular, but I see why my daughter was abusing her. Because of the mouth. And by her having the mouth, it made you want to pop her. But what it was, my daughter, like most parents don't know, kids don't understand. And I'm so upset because at the end of the day, my granddaughter's an honor roll student. But by my daughter being over, as I call her Mommy Dearest, if you know the movie Mommy Dearest, she was disciplinary. And I'll give you because I'm real, I don't have a problem discussing the business. Her disciplinary was, if my granddaughter, and what it was is that my granddaughter started growing up, it started at 7. So now you turn to 8, you turn to 9. And what's going on is that my granddaughter wants to have her own identity. But my daughter being a Capricorn, oh, you're going to do it my way. So by my daughter and my granddaughter having this friction, it came to a point where it became abuse. But my daughter thought it wasn't abuse. So one instant was, she would make her wear, at the age of 12, she would make her wear a pad and wouldn't let her change it. Because she felt, you know what, I'm going to make you wear this pad, because if I make you wear this pad, maybe by me humiliate you, making you feel like dirt, you'll start doing and clean your room up. But that's not the system of. But in my daughter's mind, she felt that, okay, it's like if you got a man. Well, since you cheating, I'm a cheat. But in the long run, you lose out because he doesn't like it. So my daughter felt that, okay, well, since I'm gonna teach you how to be a mother. But it didn't work. So when I stepped in, it ruined our life. But come to find out, my granddaughter started running the streets. When she came to live with me, I came in, me and my mom, we came in, and I took her from because my daughter put her to the state. And even though I don't like kids, I don't have time, you're not going to the state. But when she came to me, I got stressed because now she wanted to become a whore. So now that you broke up me and my daughter's relationship, and I remind my daughter of my business, we was like this. I come in and I lost my daughter's love to gain love for my granddaughter. And now my granddaughter is 16 years old. She was living on the streets for almost 90 days, then another 90 days because I got tired of her, and I let her go to the state and I let her handle it. So when she came out, what she would do in the state, she would sit and act like everything was okay, you know. So to make the story short, I'm wounded because we all have dysfunctions, but as we all think we're the SH, you know, I shouldn't have a dysfunction. I'm a woman with a business, which I've had almost 14. I'm a hairstylist. I'm a film director. I'm also a book author. I didn't bring my book, but my book is on Amazon. And I'm just so wounded because when you start dealing, and I didn't find God, because I don't even know the Bible. I listen to the Bible and I let the preachers dictate to me because I'm not a hypocrite. I'm realistic. I got one foot in, I got one foot out, and my one foot that's in is the foot that I met Minister Sandy on, because I'm still in the world. I get my little drink on, I use profanity sometimes, but at the end of the day, when I found God 9 years ago, I seen that He is the one. And as women, we think a man is the one, and that's my story about a man. You know, we think we need a man when we don't need a man. We need to validate ourselves. But we get so hooked up, oh, he got this and he good in the bed. And I realized as my life, I've always been a person that's been jealous of me because I'm a go-getter. I work 4 jobs. I have a food, ice cream parlor. I've had 14 businesses. Like I said, I'm a film director. I'm a comedian. I do so much. And instead of people saying, you know what, I like her, I want to learn from her, they become enemies. So now I'm by myself. And the reason why I'm by myself, because I know God can take me to another level. And I didn't know that until I started listening to the word, Lord. I started hearing people say, you know, be careful what you ask for. Because when you ask to become relevant, and I want a name for myself. Like I told Minister Sandy, I really want to come out and talk to women about there's nothing wrong with being by yourself. You know, women have this hang up that they feel they got to have a man. I got to have a man because my girlfriend got to have a man. But my thing is, there's nothing wrong with having a man if he's a man that is going to bring you up to be the best that you can be because it's a team.
Yes, it is.
But if you have a man that you're paying the bills, you taking him out, you winding down him. I mean, in today's society, men have forgot about that. They forgot about where's the chivalry at because women want to be in control because of the power. So I learned by being by myself, I learned how to be more humble. I learned how to not always have the last word. Women have a very bad problem. We always want to prove somebody wrong because of that pride. Instead of saying, you know, okay, let me just, you know. So being single for 14 years, I've learned that, you know what, God get ready to take me where I want to go because it's very lonely at the top. And when you look at the people that are millionaires and billionaires, they're miserable. Because I'm not even there yet. And I'm not miserable, but I don't like being alone. But I have God, and I say to God, I say, you know, I got you, you got me, but I'm still alone. Like, you know, like you talk, I'm still alone.
So can we take a minute and just say that we already heard the empathy story, we already heard your empowerment story. So in between, I can see some of your pain, I can see some of your wounded person that you are. But right now, in the spirit that we talk about God, I believe that you are in my life so that you can go to the next level, that you can stay focused on the word because there's nothing like the word of God. And God, first of all, gave you that gift. And when He gives us the gift, He's like, well, I want to make sure that I get all of the credit for it because sometimes we will say, I, me, and we forget that no, it's God. So the more we read our word, the more we go to church, not just say church. Church can be held right there in your own home, right there on the floor. You can lay prostrate on the floor, and you can bring His presence into the room. But what I feel in my sister's heart is just all of the wounding. Yes, you got a lot of different talents, but when you put God on front of all those talents, then He is going to take you to the next room. But we got to make sure that we do get out of the world. We got to say, well, you know what? I know I don't need to be drinking. I know I don't need to be smoking. What you just say, got to do it. And then when you cut all of that out, and then you have your gifts, then you are going to go far. And sometimes it's not even about the money. Because when I look at the money, I look at it as dirty money. Because God is throwing it out at me now, but I'm like ready to throw it back at people. Like, I really don't want it. Because when I look at the images on the money, and I know that it's Illuminati, it's this, it's that, it belongs to the enemy. I don't even want it. So when we do get big, it's going like, yes, I'm getting the money, but it's still a vessel. It's still a void. Something's still there. Still feed me up. That money ain't going to do it. It's only going to be the Spirit of God. So I thank you for your wounds to hear it, but you are so strong. you are so strong. She's just real. I love it when you're real. And then, yes, I may be a prophet, but I know at the point right now where you can be real and you can say all these different words. You can say whole, and she can say all that because you're still part human, and it's okay. So I'm glad that you even mentioned it on the talk show because I want people to think, okay, Minister Sandy, all holy. Yes, I am holy, but then I want to bring women who want to get more holy than they are. They are reaching for God. I believe that you are holy, and you just need some leadership. I think you said you wanted to do the ministry. Tell me what kind of ministry that you want to do.
Well, I don't really know if it's ministry. I just want to be a motivated speaker for women to direct them in. Well, the reason why I don't say ministry because the reason why I don't say is because I'm not familiar with the Bible. I read certain things. I go through and that's why sometimes I listen to the audio Bible, and I like to listen to the pastors because it makes me understand the Bible. Because when I look at it, I be like. Then I get discouraged. I be like, child, I don't have time for this. Let me go put the word on because I have to hear the word. And it's hard for me to find a home that I go to church sometimes. And I'm very selfish because it's like when you on that stage, if you're not hitting me, I'm ready to go to sleep. You know, and I need to. And you know, as far as me drinking, I don't go to the bar and get my drink on. But I'm saying sometimes I say, let me go get my. If they have a cookout, they ain't had a cookout. Let me get my little drink because I'm not really a drinker. Because first of all. I love God and I put him first in my life, but it's very lonely. I don't care what anybody say. It's very, very lonely when you are going to the top.
I mean, I'm married, but I'm lonely.
But you have a husband though.
Yeah, he's not a husband in the spirit.
Yeah, but you have. When you have nobody to I have nobody to socialize with.
But he doesn't do anything that a husband would do. So my husband is right here with me, but he does not hug me. He does not kiss me. He does not show me affection. So I'm alone anyway, whether he's there or not. God is saying, yes, he's your husband, but I'm your spiritual husband. And that's where my life is. Now that I'm at the top, he's there. It's on YouTube. I don't even care. Because you're at the point where you got to show somebody else, yes, no, you don't really need a man like you think you need him. Because right now I have one, and I'm not close to him. I know he's a preacher, he's a pastor, he's all these different things. But God is saying, no, it's me. It's me. He paying the bills, but guess what? I'm giving him the money to pay the bills. So I just want to just say to not just you, I know we are lonely, but that's where God wants us to be because when you're lonely, then you can say, God, I need you. That's when you need God. He making you lonely because if he wanted you to have a husband, he would be right there by your side. He don't want you to have none. God's a jealous God.
I'm lonely as far as my success. Because I don't need a man to take me to anywhere. All I need is God. All I need is God to take me where I gotta go. With a man or without a man, I need God. If you don't have God in your life, I don't care how you have. Because what I know about a lot of women, sometimes they think they're all of that and they happy. I got girlfriends right now. They get on the phone. See, when you gotta call me and talk bad about your man, you're not happy. Because you know why? When you're married or you're in love or you have a boyfriend, you are never supposed to talk bad about your man if he's that man. You're allowed to have disagreements. My ex-fiance is deceased. We were like this. I was going to marry him, but his father died, and when his father died, he got hooked on drugs. So he took away, and we never argued. So I know about being happy. You know, I know about being happy. So when somebody says, well, I'm happy, I'm all like that, sometimes it could be a defense, or it's like, well, you listen. You don't have to announce that you're happy. When you see your man, you see me together, you're going to see all the happy in my face. You're going to see my man beside me. I don't need nobody to validate me at all. At all.
Hallelujah. So I really just know that we can go on and on and on, especially when it gets on the subject of males. But we're just going to keep it there and say that wherever you are right now, can you just tell us about your ice cream place where your happiness is?
Well, my happiness is I met Minister Sandy because she's guiding me. Because I ain't got a problem with letting a woman guide me. And I ain't got a problem with letting somebody that's in the world of God. You feel me? I'm not a woman that think I know everything. And sometimes women, that's why I'm single. Because when you have a girlfriend, supposed to be your girlfriend, they think they know everything. Or girl, I gotta tell you about this. So I love that I met her. I'm gonna say it was God, but to me, I'm not gonna say it was a mistake, but it was, I didn't expect to meet her because I vent. And my store is an ice cream parlor. We're out in Upper Darby, but we don't just sell ice cream. what I try to explain to people, we make over 1,000 flavors of ice cream, which we let you come in and you decide what you want to make. That's what it is. We also have a #1 baked potato that we sell that is a real good seller. You can get it stuffed with chicken, shrimp, or salmon. It's mozzarella cheese, Alfredo sauce, onions. We do, I have a fish platter. So, we come out, I was blessed to do a, event, at 30th and CCB Moore. Because I don't know what I'm doing, okay? I went in there, she's like, Mina, when I left out of that place, they was like, please, where are you at? They was loving my potatoes. And people say, oh, they think it's a regular potato. And I try to explain to them it's not a regular potato. So at the end of the day, I love the support, I love the love, but I'm a woman that I'm wounded and I need help, and my help is to get better with God. And I'm glad I'm doing this play so I can let people know in the audience, you don't need no man. You don't need no man.
And what I want to say to you is, everything is orchestrated. When you walk in the will of God and you meet each other, all of us, it's just going into the next phase in your life. So what he does is when you go into a certain part, he's going to hook you up. He's going to throw that person right there. Oh, there she is. Connect to her. And as I say, I'm walking in my promise. So the song says everything that belongs to me, everything was connected to me wins. So right now the enemy is defeated. He's defeated. He's underneath our feet. He's no longer going to be able to make her hurt. You're going to be getting rid of all of that stuff in a while. You're going to get rid of everything so that God can speak. So you got to get rid of that so that your ministry is going to be a ministry. And it's going to be a ministry. I'm letting you know right now. You ain't even been up here, but it's going to be a ministry. So when you speak of women, he's going to talk about the women that you're going to be ministering to.
Yeah, I got to help these women out. These women out here are lost.
But God got to get you together first.
They
And what
lost.
it is, God wants you together first. He wants you to know that, again, you don't need a man. You go out there, y'all strengthen together. Once you strengthen you and bring you to him, then he's going to put you out there for those women. So you work, you walk, you need.
Yeah, I'm
He's
tired.
going to send you a Boaz. And if you need help with the Bible, you call me up, Sandy, look, let's get together. I want to sit. I don't know what this means. We can sit, we can do it together. So that's what it's all about. Togetherness, amen. Amen. Let's give our sister a hand.
Well, wait a minute before we go. Wait a minute. This is my book. It's called She Has So Much to Say and Still Alone. You can download it. You can go on Amazon. It's for $10, and you can download it with the Kindle. I think it's like $4. And it's a book about not me, about women. It's 10 chapters. One is called Baby Daddy Mama Maybe. It's about women who got these kids and don't want to grow. They don't want the man to take the baby out because I ain't dating you, so you ain't gonna have your baby around her. It's so down to earth. It's about the average man. Are you dating the average man? Like, you know, these men. So at the end of the day, I love y'all. Thank y'all for listening. I ain't gonna get on fire, baby.
Let's give her another hand. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank you, Mina. Hallelujah.
She has so much to say and still alone.
Hallelujah.
This is how it is.
So we're going to go on right on to the next guest because I'm running out of time. So I want to have our next person come up. Amen. I'm going to say her name.
You want to see it?
Our next person, are you still good? Okay. Our next person right now is Amber. I just want to talk about Amber for a minute. Amber is the youngest person that's here. She's the hardest person, the youngest person, but I think she went through the most hell. Are we listening, ladies? Hallelujah. Yes. All right. So we got Amina. She's the youngest person here, and I want her to just discuss some things. I'm going to give her some questions. But the thing is, being the youngest, she went through the most, I believe. That's why I saved her for last.
You ain't heard my story.
Okay. You have to come on the next show. Our next show's in June. Next show's
No,
in June.
I ain't sharing that.
So now we got Amber, and Amber's going to come up. We're going to just first clap for Amber. Okay. Thank you. Come on up, Amber. Yesterday was the first day we really got a chance to meet. She came over to the job so that we can meet. I met Amber. You can take a seat. I went to a fashion show. I felt like getting out on a Sunday after church. I said, let me just go to a fashion show. It was free, so I was in there because it was free. And then I saw her. She came up and did a testimony. And one thing about the talk show is I don't pick and choose the people. The Holy Ghost pick and choose the people. So I got to make sure that I'm still, so I know who He wants on the show and who He wants in the play, because it's not about me. Okay? So when I saw Amber, she gave a story that was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. It was just, I was crying right there in my seat. Okay? So she's going to give you her story, and then I may get in here like I did yesterday and break you down and say, okay, let me ask you something else. Because we're so excited. We want people to hear our story because it wasn't for us. These stories aren't for us, they're for somebody else, am I right?
Right.
So we're excited. We want to say, I've been saved, delivered, I'm fine. Let me tell you about this. So Amber, you're going to just give me some little bit of what we did yesterday. And I really, really want the traumatic part.
Okay.
I really want the part about the suicide because we don't talk about suicide.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me know the young age and all of that stuff, okay? Let's give her the
Hi,
floor.
my name's Amber. I'm 26 years old. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm 26 years old. So basically, my story involves a lot, like pretty much everything somebody can experience. I started attempting suicide at a very young age of 7 or 8 years old. I tried to kill myself on multiple occasions. It led into self-harm, which led into severe depression, severe bipolar disorder. It led to me, kind of rebelling in a way, kind of just doing whatever I want to do, which led me into not the right decisions, on the wrong path. I ended up in a relationship where I was sexually assaulted by my partner at the time. Then that led me on more wrong paths, which I ended up in a physical and verbal abusive relationship. And right behind that one, it was a verbal abusive one. I have been back and forth out of therapy since middle school, and I only started going to therapy because it got to the point of my breathing and health became such a problem that the doctors were basically like, you have to go to therapy. You can't just keep doing what you're doing. You have to get help. You need to go somewhere. So I started in therapy, bouncing back and forth between doctors. I've been on medication. I've pretty much, I don't want to say kind of been through it all, like in a sense. But I've overcome from it. I still go to therapy to this day every week. I'm still on medication. I'm on an anti-anxiety medication. I have to carry an inhaler around with me because my breathing can flare for almost any little thing I'll get anxious for. So I have to keep my breathing in check all the time and control my anger most of the time. I'm like a shaking soda bottle. Like the littlest things, I'll go crazy over. I'll have an episode and I'll black out and stuff. So I've learned from everything I've been through, and I've grown from it. It was difficult, especially at being at such a young age, not really understanding why I feel this way, why I'm responding this way, why do I have these feelings inside, not really understanding which way to go, a lot of what to do, what to say. So it's definitely a lot of learning for myself and kind of figuring it out, kind of being like, all right, like, are you supposed to be here? Are you not want to be here? Do you not want to be here? What do you want to do? Like, really having to sit myself down and be like, what are you going to do? What are we going to do? How are we going to get past this?
I do want to read some of the things that you told me, but the thing I really want to mention is just to be a person that wants to commit suicide, has to really let you know how deep and strong the enemy is on your life, that you got something that he really, really hates you for, because at such a young age as you, if he already is starting at that young age, then there's something that's within you that he does not like, does not want you to get, your destiny and your purpose. So when you start making the things, I say, well, how did you try to hurt yourself? And you say, one time you tried to drown yourself, you tried to touch yourself, you tried to hang yourself. That's right, and that's a spirit that we unfortunately carry around, and we don't know what the spirit is beneath things that we go through. At that age, you probably just thought it was a part of you. You know, there is spirits, and I'm going to let you know that they are evil, dirty spirits, and they live within us because we open up. When we open up, then it gives the enemy a chance to come in and do what he wants to do and do what he wants to do with your body. So what happens is he is in control because we open up a vessel like anger. When you open up yourself to anger, it gives the demonic spirit permission to come in and take over. And we don't realize, we think, oh, that's just me, that's just who I am. No, it's not who you are. It's a spirit that you have to learn. Even when you're angry now, you just have to say, you know what, I'm getting angry, let me go grab my Bible, let me read the scriptures on anger, let me see how God feels about anger. Because it's a sin that will not let us get into where we want to get to. So right now, when I look at your story, you are so awesome because now you went through so much stuff. I think I'm not going through nothing. When I look at your story, I'm like looking at therapy, and sometimes I think about family curses, and we talk about family curses, and it goes down the line, and somebody got to get in there and cut it off. And I believe that you're the one. So just,
I do feel like with my family, we all have suffered, well, from what I've learned, we all have suffered with some form of depression and a severe level of anger, like to put it as uncontrollable. So it's like, I stopped saying it's just me, it's just the way I am, whatever. Like, stop ignoring it. So I'm like, all right, I gotta change this, because at this point, if I don't, I'm gonna end up dead somewhere. Like, it's led me so many paths that if I could talk to my younger self, I'm like, don't do that, don't do this. Like, you don't need to do that. Like, you can find something else to make yourself feel better. You don't gotta go that way. Like, it's led me to addiction. It's led me to a lot of things that are just like, you don't need to be going through this at such a young age, because most of this happened through middle school to high school, early 20s. I'm only 26. Like, so it's like, you don't need to be experiencing all this so fast, you know? Like, but I am kind of happy that I did, because now I got to the point where I'm like, all right, I know which way to go now. I know which way I want to take my life now. I'm back in control of my life, and for the longest, I felt like I had to be in control of everything around me, which led me on the wrong path. And now it's like, I learned how to take control of the right way, and which way I need to go, which way I want to go, which way that makes me actually happy, and not feel like I'm just trying to numb it or ignore it or not think about it or just, go on to the next day. I actually know what to do to keep going and actually feel happy. Even when I'm down, I still feel happy genuinely inside.
yes, and when I look at you, I see happiness all the time. And one thing about, and I talk about the enemy a lot now, because when you become a prophet, God tells you things that's going on in the spirit realm. So I know now I'm going to look at it as a natural thing. I'm like, what's the spirit behind it? There's something going on. So I'm not giving the enemy any kind of praises because it's under my foot, but I want to let other people know, hey, this is the spirit behind it. This is why you're going through this. So now that he couldn't take you out that way, then he's going to try those stupid stuff right there. And you got to realize and say, okay, well, you know what, I see you. In the name of Jesus, you go. When you get yourself in that point where you can just tell spirits to go and get on out of here, because I know who I am in Jesus. I know that I'm strong. I know I battled all these different things. And one thing I wanted to mention about all of you, and somebody died in your life, the enemy came in and tried to do things to you. When you lost your dad, and somebody lost their grandfather. And when we lose people, that's what happens. That's when you have spirits again that comes and tries to attack you. And think about the past. And I thank God that he gives us memories. Because what if we didn't have memories? And we ain't got to take that person with us all the time, because they right here. And yes, it hurts when we lose people. We all have lost somebody, and I know you may got a small depression from. I'm going to say small, because it's going to be decreed and declared that it's not going to come back, because people are right here in your heart. So I want to talk about your business, because it sounds awesome.
So I've started my own organization. It's called Unapologetically Imperfect, and I work with people who have survived or are victims of different forms of abuse, addiction, mental health, mainly those. Different forms of addiction, abuse, mental health, or suicide survivors, are people who have lost people from suicide. Basically, just kind of helping them share their story. Some people aren't ready to share their story completely, so I offer a mini series where you can give me your story and I'll put it in the script, so that way your identity doesn't have to be exposed. Nobody has to know who you are. You don't have to deal with the backlash of the 21 questions and everybody want to be in your business. You can still get it out there and take the weight off of yourself without having to deal with everybody knowing. And for the people who are ready to share their identity, I offer a documentary that I do. So I'm putting that together, and I also plan to start doing events every month, kind of like, I don't want to say a healing group, but kind of like just where people can get together, share their stories, talk about their organization, just to set an example, show people that have been through different traumatic situations aren't always the ones that you see strung out on the corners, or they're not the ones that's drinking themselves half to death or doing this or doing that. It's regular, everyday people. It could be the prettiest person, the richest person, the person that got all the friends in the world that might have been through something very traumatic for them. So it's like, I want people to stop. I want to break that mold that everybody think, oh, if you've been through something, you're in this little box. This puts you in that category. And it's like, no, because when people look at me, I don't look like I've been through anything, but I've been through enough, and I've been through a lot. And it's like, you can overcome it, you can survive it. You don't have to let it break you and stop you as a person. You can grow from it, and you can be more than what you went through. You don't have to just be what you went through. You can be more than that, and you can grow from it. It all just depends on if you're ready to take that battle, because it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy to face your demons and face what you went through and accept what you went through, but it's going to come to a point in your life where you're going to have to do it anyway, so why not just conquer it and face it and be like, listen, this is it, this is my truth, this is what I went through, this is what happened to me, this is what I did, and just go from there. That's basically how my organization is. Just helping people, be happy within themselves, their flaws, their past, their present, whatever it is. Just helping people be happy within themselves and just showing them that you don't have to be perfect. You don't ever have to try to achieve perfection. You're never going to achieve it anyway, because there's no such thing as perfection. So why not just be you and live your life happily and be the best of you, the best that you can be.
And as you clap, okay.
Thank you.
And one thing about when you start going into the stage of empowerment, you have to realize that your words have power. And whatever you want, whatever you desire, God knows the desires of your heart. So when you get that authority and power and dominion in your mouth, and you come out and you say that, and you're living righteous, you're going to drop it down. So everything you guys saying that you want, it's going to come to pass, because He already planned it in you anyway. He gave you your gift, so He was saying, well, let me see how she's going to handle this. Let me see if she's going to walk in her anointing or whatever it may be. So what you have right now, I believe all you need is a building.
Yep.
All you need is a building, because once you get your gift, you have to have somewhere where you can design it and people can come into you. So when I think about her and her ice cream and her potatoes and things like that, she just needed a place. And sometimes we think about, well, here I'm only a couple days a week, but I'm like, God, I want all 7 days. There's more work to be done. So He starts you off with something small. And even though I'm in the place where I'm at, I look at it, I'm like, I'm on the side street, God. You know I got so much more in me. But He said, let me see if we can handle that little bit first. You know what I mean? So whatever it is that you desire, I believe if you start seeking God, and like you say, go to church per se, just getting into your Bible and drawing closer, He's going to bring more people. So many people you ain't going to be able to handle it. You go right on and on. And then sometimes the money comes, but it ain't about the money. It's all about what you want to share with others, right? So I want to give you a good hand, because I want to say you went through stuff, bro. You went through stuff. I ain't going through nothing like what you went through. And I just want to give you a hand for just wanting to be in 26 and survival and going forward. Amen? Amen. Amen. Let me give you a hand. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. God is good, y'all. My God. There's so much empowerment. It's only a little bit of us in here. But God has so much. We can answer a question really quick. Go ahead. You can answer a question.
You want me to answer out loud? What's your name? Amber. Now, you say you were angry. Were you ever physically angry
Yes.
and fighting?
Yes.
Yeah, I was up there. Yes. Okay.
Physical, not just fighting other people, but destructive to myself and things around me, breaking stuff. Like I would black out. When I get angry, I black out. I can't. I'm not aware of what I'm doing. I just know it's coming out, and then I look at the aftermath like,
Yeah. Shot planned. Now, were you diagnosed as anything
yes,
specific?
yes.
If you
Severe
don't mind,
depression.
what was it?
Severe depression, bipolar 1 disorder. There's 2 different bipolar disorders. Bipolar 1 disorder, severe depression, suicidal tendencies,
Which comes with
anxiety.
Right.
Come hand in hand.
Can come with bipolar.
That's right. Anxiety and PTSD. And that came from basically like the loss of my grandfather is kind of when everything just kind of like took hold, because I guess he was keeping me from everything all that time. Like after he passed away, it's like everything just attached to me, and I didn't know how to shake it.
But God.
Right.
That's all I got.
I don't want you to sit down.
I'm doing something.
Okay? Because if you're still speaking, I can see some things that you still need to be getting from, because I can see the text still on here. Okay? So I just want to let him know in the name of Jesus that you're underneath an anointing that where you're gonna start seeking God like never before right now, and you say, hey, I'm going to church, I don't want to go to church, that's not who I am. But you're gonna have to start seeking God like never before, because there's some trying to keep you out of control. You gotta keep on trying. Your mother's your strength, and you need, as I said, what attracted me to you on that day was when your mom prayed. So to me, y'all looked like Christians, and I was like, oh, again, look at mom. So it really attracted to me. So all I want to do is just speak over your life and just pray with you. Okay, you don't have to go to church for this to get done. But God is speaking to me. This is what I want to do, okay? Lord, I'm not sure. I know who you are. All right. Father, in the name of Jesus right now, Father God, I just want to begin to just speak to my sister Amber, Father God. Lord, you already know her story, Father God. Lord, you already know what she's been through, Father God. But Lord, we know that there is something over her life, Father God. There's an anointing, Father God. But He's not going to just bring her, Father God, to people who speak. He's going to bring it to the women in church, Father God. He's going to let her speak to women who are scared to talk about it because they're in church. Because we're supposed to have it all together when we're in church, God. But there's a lot of women, I believe that you're going to speak to her, God, and she's going to speak to them, Father God. I believe that there be ministry on the front of her name, God. They may be popular on the front of her name, Father God. But she going further, Father God, in the name of Jesus. So Lord, right now, when she finds herself, God, I speak over every spirit that tries to come in her life, every demonic spirit, meaning that any depression spirit, any anger. Lord, we know that when she blacked out, it was because the enemy came in and did what the enemy wanted to do. But we decree and declare that it's going to be turned around, Father God. And it's never going to happen again, Father God. But I ask you to strengthen her mother, God, because I can tell that she loves her mother like never before. But I'm going to have to give you strength too, God. You're going to have to speak to her, God. You're going to have to tell her things she needs to do for her, God, in the name of Jesus. So Lord, I'm just speaking over her life, telling the enemy, take his hands off of her. Because in the name of Jesus, she belongs to you, God. You gave her 1 chance, 2 chances, 3 chances, 4 chances, God. And we're going to give her more, God. But we know that she got to be delivered, set free, and it never got to happen again, Father God. And she can walk around and say, I don't get angry no more. I don't get depression anymore, God. So we speak this over her life in the name of Jesus, Lord. Whatever you have for her, whatever doors are open, God, in the name of Jesus, let her go through them, Father God. In the name of Jesus, Lord, we love you, and we just speak over her life, God. Until we meet again, we give you all the praise and glory, and we say amen, Father God. In the name of Jesus. And you call me if you need to talk to me. Okay? All right, so this is not coincidence. I know you can't be in the gospel class, but that's okay. We're going to have more things. We're going to do it. We'll go forward, okay? Amen. How you feeling, Mom? You good?
I'm good. I'm good. I pray all the time.
We're gonna do your we're gonna do what do you call that? And then I'm gonna pray after that. You have the floor. She's gonna do the auction.
Alright, so
Then we're gonna pray out after.
whoever has the writing of the book of Psalms. Book of Psalms. Do you have that?
I have
Okay. Anything on the table that has,
Oh, no.
whoever has the book of Psalms. Ah, for healing.
Alright. So you wanna make sure you get that in there, okay?
I will.
Yeah, actually I do. And I want you just to come up and talk about just the name.
What's that, Popular Clip?
Is that the name of it?
It's Popular with the Pit.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Amen. So you have a ministry yourself, you just have a business right now.
It's really my sister and we do the Poppers with the Pen. She does a lot of Victorian, she does demonstrations at the house if anyone wants to do. We're trying to bring back into our fashion brooches and pens.
Yes.
It is a history of being pretty much for classic women's wear, brooch and pen, or even if it's mild, you can always just kind of end up your accessories with the pen. We have different books to show you how to wear them on the scar, you can wear them on the top, like you have this collar here. Pins on different sides, different styles, pens, sleeves, jeans, so forth, so we have a all together.
Alright, so
Like,
What we're doing is, you did not get a chance to really sell anything tonight, but this is what's going to go on. It's on YouTube, so you can sell it that way.
Are you gonna put it on YouTube?
The whole thing is going to be on YouTube. So, Zeron can go and just take a picture, and you stand by your picture so that people can see your things that you have in, so that we can try to sell it that way. Okay. Okay, go ahead, Zeron.
You I guess I want it. Where's my prize?
I wrote everything on my store, everything. When you go to the store, everything.
She was being taped. But she didn't step out before that.
You want to
Go and you stepped out before that. Go ahead.
Mom, you wanna be on
a video here.
Yeah, we're just showing about some.
Oh, yeah. Which is going to be Jesus Pen.
Now, whatever, so pink for the month of pink. Except
Oh, you-
for her,
Oh, you can't do that. Pink.
except for her
Pink.
flamingo.
Can't have a pink, and not this either.
No.
But anything here is pink. What is she want you to take a video of me?
Yes, show
And
a
a
video,
jewelry?
pop it in the pen, put it on YouTube.
Jewelry.
Okay?
Display. Okay. And you have here, what do you call yourself? Pop it?
Pop it with the pen.
Pop it with a pen. This is her card to give you an idea of what some of the pens look like. And these are her beautiful display. And anybody that is interested can come up here and take a look. And there will be cards if they want to give a show. Okay, thank you very much for interviewing me. Rochelle.